J and G Adventures. Big ass fan question. You say Till is one of the biggest stories. How about Ben's comeback to compete in RAF? Both stories are so inspiring from two different perspectives, but how do you think Ben will do in RAF? Even if he loses, he still wins. Agree. Keep up the awesome work. You seem a lot less stressed and having fun with it like back in the day. Dude, you're spot on. Yeah. Way less stressed since I got to Austin. Way less stressed these days. I got out of the rat race, man, and I'm cool with hitting singles and living my life. Bills are paid, mortgage is good, kids are happy. I would say I'm doing more content, right? Like I've taken a step back from Golden Hour. I'll still be a part of it, but I've taken a step back so I can do my thing, the live streams on Tuesday and Friday. I've had more content. This is just what I love to do. Yeah, never been happier, man. And it gives me the freedom to knock out all my work, right? Drop the kids off at school or drop them off at summer camp, where the hell they're doing, and then knock my work out and then pick them up from school, can coach their baseball, coach their football. Like, dude, it's freaking living for me, man. Couldn't be better. Couldn't be better, brother. So thank you for noticing. Appreciate you with the support. When it comes to, yeah, Ben's story is different, right? Ben's story is different because you're talking about possibly one of the best to ever do it. And if you're new or newer to the UFC, you're like, Ben's career in the UFC wasn't great. I hear you. He came over too late. And right, he was the trade for Mighty Mouse. One championship, definitely won that trade. But when Ben came over, he was compromised. He had one hip, older. But if you knew Ben in Bellator days and one championship days, dude, he was such a motherfucking savage. So he's had his career. Till never really got off the ground. Like Till reached this mountain so fast, so high, didn't become champion, never defended the belt. And then he just got pushed too fast, too soon. The UFC's learned their lesson. They did it with Till, right? Like you beat Don Cerrone, next thing you know, you're the main event in your hometown, Liverpool, and it's all this shit, and you're top of the heap, and it was just too much too soon. And he decided to pull himself back. And the reason why I always kind of relate to that, it's like I got pushed too fast too soon. And it's not good. And you got to have the team around you going, dude, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Let's slow the fuck down. But you're wired, you're a racehorse, especially as a fucking high-level fighter, you need that belt, whatever it takes. But sometimes that the getting there fast isn't the best way to do it. Like it's a slow roast, baby. You're a brisket. You got to let that thing cook. If you're taking it too early, it's going to turn to shit. And I just admire what Till did, going, whoa, hold the fuck up. I'm going to pull back. I'm going to take myself out of this, recoup the knee, do some work, and get back to winning and making money. And this is a path that's never been done. And I can't imagine how scared he was. And he has a kid or kids, and crazy. With Ben's thing is multiple time world champion, was on the National Olympic team for wrestling. Like he's done it, dude. He did it. But if you're just looking at his UFC career, you're like, no, he didn't. He did. And he's had his career. And then, he's coaching wrestling, and he's one of the best coaches ever. And his life is wrestling. And then he gets sick, and they got to do a double fucking lung transplant. But I think you're seeing is like fighters are just cut from a different cloth. Like anybody else, I don't know if they come back this fast. I don't know anybody that's ever had this procedure. So let alone coming back this fast, let alone fucking competing in wrestling. So yeah. They're two, you're comparing apples and oranges here. Both are inspiring as fuck. For Ben, to your point, it's a win-win no matter how this goes. If he's 50% of what he used to be, he should fucking mop the floor with Bilal. Not even close. So, yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Brendan Schaub is stepping away from the Golden Hour podcast. Now, he also talked about selling his house, although he just said his mortgage is paid, but it's only paid because he sold his house for $2,750,000. And $300. What was the extra $300 for? nicotine pouch cleanup. Did they bargain and negotiate over the why an extra $300? Well, who knows with this weirdo, but so Schaub is stepping away from the Golden Hour podcast. The reason why is because he's going to be doing YouTube member only live streams. And when he would be shooting the podcast in his storage unit studio, that's when he would be doing the Golden Hour, but now he's going to be doing live streams because he's completely broke and ran out of money, even though he is once again lying and saying everything is good. So he bought this house for like $3,500,000, right? He had to sell it less than a year later because, according to him, he did not know what property taxes were. This is what he said. When the reality of the situation is, people, ooh, nice house. Great house, barely lived in it. The reality of this situation is this man is pretty much out of money. And he's probably just running on fumes and daddy's money at this point. I mean, he's stepping away from the Golden Hour because he has to do YouTube live streams, which are probably only going to last like 3 weeks, because the vast majority of people who are going to buy memberships, because you got to be a member to chat in the live chat, are going to be the haters, in which he's going to ignore the questions and have them banned, and that cancels the membership. This is only going to last like 2 or 3 weeks. His fragile ego will not be able to handle that. So that's how that, but that's why he's missing the Golden Hour. But this is like his last ditch effort to try and make some money. The Fighter and the Kid Patreon was a complete debacle. Didn't work. He'll blame Callan for not putting in the work on that. But I mean, there's no more truck scams, people. I showed you the numbers. Brendan Schaub, between the Fighter and the Kid podcast and Thick Boy, which has the Big Brown Breakdown, I get more views than him every month. I've showed the numbers. You can go look them up. They're public numbers. I get more views than all of his shows combined. And then, if you add in the Golden Hour, he technically gets more views if you put all 3 of his shows combined, but barely. And that's if you put all 3, and he's not going to be on the Golden Hour anymore. So, yeah, I'm bigger than Schaub. And I don't buy all the extra horse shit like an idiot. You have to remember, this man is going completely broke. Him and Callan made money for a long time, but they also haven't been making money for a long time. He had to downgrade. He moved from California to Texas. He had to sell his house at a huge loss because he probably can't afford to make the monthly mortgage payments on it. What's that, like $18,000 a month on his mortgage? And then he has to pay Callan $25,000 a month, Chin $100,000 a year. God knows what he has to pay D'Elia. He has to pay Mr. Potato Head, all those other dudes, rent studio space. I mean, guys, he does a podcast out of a storage unit. And it's the downgraded one. It's not even the bigger one he had to begin with. He had to downgrade. He sold all of his cars and trucks. It's over for Bappa, and he just hasn't realized it yet. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.